Welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Kai, and today we are going to explore the basics of meditation. We are going to debunk a couple of myths about meditation, and I'd like to briefly share with you about 7 different types of meditation that you could explore to find what feels good for you. We will do a short movement and meditation practice, and then we are going to wrap things up. So whatever you don't have with you, go grab it now, and then I will catch you back here on the mat. There are so many different myths about meditation that are just not completely true. Myth number 1 is that for meditation, you have to sit on your bum, be dead quiet, don't move, close your eyes. That is a form of meditation. Yes, that is true. But it is one form of meditation. Today, I'm going to talk to you just about 7. There are so many different types of meditation, and you can find what feels good for you, and none is better than the other. Okay? Myth number 2 is that you have to completely shut off your mind when you meditate. You can't do that. Meditation is more about being present in the moment than shutting off your mind. And being present in the moment can be one of the most difficult things to do. Do you struggle with depression? If you do, that is the past that is still coming to haunt you. It still affects you. I deal with depression. I'm not saying it's wrong to experience it. I'm just saying if you deal with depression, the past is haunting you. So there's a lack of presence. If you deal with a lot of anxiety, the future that hasn't even occurred is haunting you. I deal with depression and anxiety. They're 2 of the biggest reasons why I started practicing yoga in the first place. So meditation is mostly about being present in the moment. A nice way to practice meditation is tap into your senses. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you smell? What can you taste? And what can you feel? Great ways to drop into the present moment. Another big myth that I would like to debunk about meditation is that the whole practice of meditation is just sitting down. That's not true. You can move and meditate at the same time. I'm going to shortly review 7 different meditation types with you, and then we'll move into a practice. The first type of meditation that you can do is moving meditation. You can go for a walk. You can do a physical yoga practice. You can even do any kind of physical sport, really. As long as you are present in your body with what is happening in that moment, and your mind is not somewhere else in the past or in the future, as long as you are there where you are, it could be considered meditation. That is why after a nice run, after a good workout, we feel so grounded because we've been pulled into our body, pulled into the present moment. Another one is day-to-day moments of short meditation. That morning cup of hot water, tea, coffee, whatever. Taking those 10 minutes, sit down, look outside the window, really savor what you're consuming. Even eating can be a meditation. If you look at your food, taste the food, be grateful for how the food came to your body, came to your plate. that's a meditation. If you can sit, maybe when you take your lunch break, or when you take any kind of break, even a smoke break, if you're a smoker, if you can sit there, savor your cigarette, be present, notice the world around you, tap into your senses, there's a meditation. Another great meditation to work with is from the yogic lineage. It's called Tritarka. So Tritarka is where you grab a candle. It doesn't necessarily have to be a candle. A flame is just a really nice thing to like lock into your mind. And with Tritarka, it is the practice of focusing all your awareness on the thing in front of you, all of your awareness. It can be my camera, it can be the candle, it can be the window. And then you look, and then you close your eyes and visualize the item that you were staring at. Keep your awareness focused on the image in your mind's eye. And when that image starts to disappear, you open your eyes, stare at the thing again until you feel like you can close your eyes and visualize it. And you can do Tritarka for 5 minutes. 10 minutes is a good one. 15 minutes, even better. Okay, that does require sitting still, but that's okay. If your body fidgets, it's your practice, it's your body. You can make it your own. Another really great meditation practice, and this is one of the limbs of yoga, it is called pratyahara, which translates to withdrawal of the senses. So a really great way to practice pratyahara is maybe to close your eyes. If closing your eyes doesn't feel comfortable, maybe pratyahara is not for you yet. But the practice of pratyahara, you can sit down and close your eyes, and then maybe allow your, this is going to sound so crazy, allow your inside eyes to open. Observe what's going on in your body. Listen to your heartbeat. Notice the sensations and the posture that your body is in. Turn your ears away from the outside world. Listen to what's going on inside. Focus your awareness inside. That is the practice of pratyahara. And you would be so surprised how amazingly it works to help to just disconnect from the outside world. Another really good meditation form is mantra meditation. So if mantra is not something that you are comfortable with, you can write English intentions. So let's say the intention is, I am present. I am present. So you can sit and repeat that to yourself out loud, verbally, or in your head. And the great thing about this is when we repeat things, whether it is out loud or not, we are forming neural pathways in the brain. And this is where mantra becomes so powerful, because constantly repeating to yourself, I am present, I am present, I am present, I am present. Eventually you can slow down and create space in between the different, in between the intentions, and slowly but surely the space in between your mantras or your intentions becomes longer and longer and longer. And eventually maybe you're saying, I am present once every 2 minutes, just to bring your awareness back. If you are comfortable with Sanskrit, there are fantastic mantra meditations in Sanskrit. And Sanskrit is such a phenomenal language because it is not a language of just sound. Sanskrit is a language of vibration. And Sanskrit is a language that your body and your soul understands before your mind can translate it. And when I heard that for the first time, I kind of I was like, what do you mean? This cannot be real. But it is. And a yoga teacher of mine proved it to me because she played us mantra music. And she said to us, just tell me what you feel. Listen to it, tell me what you feel. And often the feeling that would arise would connect with what the actual mantra means. I don't know how to explain it to you in a better way, but the body understands Sanskrit before the mind. The mind does understand it eventually when you translate it and bring it into English. There is a translation for your mind to understand, but your body and your soul just get it way before. So you can put a mantra on in the background, you can chant a mantra constantly. This is where it's really great to have a set of mala beads. Mala beads are a beautiful yogic necklace with 108 beads, and you can move through the meditation, and every time you repeat your mantra or your intention, you move to the next bead. So mantra meditation is fantastic, all right? Then another form of meditation, second last one, is breath focus meditation. This is also a seated meditation, or you can lie down on your back. You can even stand however you want. Noticing your breath, feeling the temperature of the inhales and the exhales, noticing how your body expands and contracts to support your breath, even coming into conscious breathing practices like Ujjayi breath or Dirgha breath, three-part breath, square breathing. All of those things can become a really powerful meditation practice. And then finally, the last one is mindfulness. So mindfulness meditation is probably one of the more difficult forms of meditation because you sit with yourself. So mindfulness meditation is where you do sit quietly, or once again, you can lie down or you can stand up, and you just become the ultimate observer. So we have the body, we have the mind, and then we have the emotional body, and we have the soul. So the soul is the person who observes all our thoughts, observes our emotions, it's the being within us that is having the human experience. Mindfulness meditation is all about tapping into that ultimate observer version of yourself. Observe the thoughts that cross your mind as if they were clouds in the sky. You allow the thought to cross your mind and try not to grab onto it. You know, like you see a cloud, you don't jump into the sky and grab it. You're like, cloud. That's what you do with your thought. You go, thought. If it's important enough, take note, pick it up when you're done with your practice. A nice thing with mindfulness meditation is that you can also observe everything. So if there's a sound of a car outside, you can mentally say, car. Sound of birds, birds. Sound of your heartbeat, heartbeat. And just observe. That's it. Sounds super simple, It's way more difficult than you think. So those are the 7 different types of meditation. I explained them kind of from the easiest to the most difficult. So start off with a moving meditation. If from moving meditation you feel like you can go a little bit slower, you can go to the day-to-day meditation. Because normally when you're sitting down and having your drink or having your meal, you are kind of still, not completely, but you're more still than moving. And then from there, you go to the observational meditation, and then the withdrawal of the senses, and then maybe focus on mantra or intentional meditation, breath focus, mindfulness, and then eventually when you have done all of those and you've gotten super comfortable with all of those, then maybe you can connect to complete meditation where you sit still, you're grounded into your sit bones, your spine is nice and long and your chin is lightly tucked towards your chest. And you can close your eyes, sit still, and just be the ultimate observer. It is never about forcing your mind to shut off. Often what has happened to me in a meditation, I tend to not just drop down and sit in meditation. I like to move first. And normally what will happen is like the first 5 or 10 minutes are really frustrating. Like my mind will want to jump around everywhere because that is what the monkey mind does. Your mind is like a little child, your ego. It wants to be in control, and it often doesn't have your best interests at heart. That's why a large practice of yoga is to grab a hold of the mind and realize that the mind doesn't control you, you control the mind. Because if you allow the mind to take control, what happens if you allow your 5-year-old kid to run the household? They'll eat chocolates all day, they'll never sleep, they'll never eat their vegetables, they'll go insane. So the mind, like I said, is like a little child. And it needs to be trained, kind of like you train a dog. Untrained dogs, especially if they're a rabid, huge breed, you've got to train them. You've got to train this guy up here. And that's where a lot of the West has problems. Like the first time I heard that I am not my mind, it boggled me. I was like, what do you mean I'm not my mind? I live up here. But that is the problem with the West, is that we live up here. We don't realize that the real manager is the soul. But you see, the soul doesn't scream, it whispers. The mind screams. And so when the mind is too loud, you forget that there's a soul under there. Okay. So let's try to meditate without movement. We've been sitting still the whole time. Let's do 2 minutes. Okay? So get comfortable, lie down, stand up, stay seated, yogi's choice. And just try to close your eyes and maybe slow down your breath a little bit. Sit up nice and tall if you're seated. I'll let you know when you can come out. more seconds. And softly open your eyes. So if that was unbearable for you, don't worry. Like, you're part of like 90% of the population. It's not an easy thing to do. If you felt anger, frustration, any of those kinds of feelings, the anxiety or any of that, you're normal, I promise you. If that was easy for you, you might be further down the path of meditation than you think, which is also totally normal. Well done. So let's move through some physical movement, and then we're going to try that meditation again. And maybe we'll meditate for a little bit longer than we just did. Let's notice the difference. So come to stand up on your mat with me. Come to the front of your mat. Bring your toes to touch. Separate the heels just a little bit. Inhale to scoop your arms up alongside your ears. Connect your hands. Inhale here. Exhale, reach your fingers over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Send your one toe back. Drop the back knee. Inhale, baby lunge. Open the arms up. Send the hips down. Let the fingers go back. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Send your hips back. Point your toes to the sky. Puff up the chest. Inhale, ground your front foot. Tuck your back toe. Lift the back knee. Turn your back toes to face the long side of the mat. Bring your hands to the inside of the front foot. And we're going to walk our hands to the back foot. Start to bend into your back knee. You can come into a side lunge over here. If Skandasana or one-legged squat is in your practice, you can come down. Good. Inhale, let's push the floor away. Ground the other foot to face the long side of the mat. Either side lunge or Skandasana, come down. Inhale. So now that foot that was at the back of the mat is going to become the front foot. So we're going to push away from the floor, walk the hands to the back front foot, come up onto the new back foot. Inhale, drop your back knee and send your hips back half Hanuman, half monkey pose. Inhale, roll forward, coming into a crescent lunge. Lift your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands down to the floor. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push the floor away from you. Scoop your arms all the way out to the sides and up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, step onto your left toes, step back. Come into a setup for triangle pose. Inhale, reach those right fingertips forward. Come into your triangle. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach those top fingertips forward. Come up onto your back toes. Step it in a little bit, pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to bend into your front knee. Step your back foot back. Bring the knee down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, roll forward. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. We're going to come for that side lunge again. Walk your hands over to the back foot, either side lunge or one-legged squat. Inhale, lift up. And we're going to go side lunge or one-legged squat to the other side. Inhale, up. Facing the new front toes, walk your hands to face the other foot. Bend your back knee. Inhale, half splits. Exhale, come forward, low lunge. Inhale, ground your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step your back foot forward a little bit. We're going to come into pyramid pose. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the hand of your front foot onto your front ankle. Turn your back toes to face the long side of the mat. Inhale, come up into your Trikonasana, triangle pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, press through the feet, come all the way up. Open your arms up, deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to step to the front of the mat. Bring your hands together, mountain pose. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale to the right this time. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, scoop your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into a plank or maybe a tabletop. Bring the shoulders in front of the fingertips. Let's bring that body to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra or normal cobra, yogi's choice. And exhale, tuck your toes, send it up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Take 2 more breaths. Pause. Inhale to open the eyes. Bring your knees down to the ground. Sweep your feet out to one side and come to sit down on your bum again. Inhale, lengthen your right leg out to the side. Bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. We're going to set up for Janushirsasan. Right arm is up. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach your fingers towards your left toes. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. Lengthen your right leg, bend your left knee. Bring your right hand to your shin. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, reach over to your right toes. Inhale, reach up. Cross your legs. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Right hand goes behind. Let's take a twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And now you can choose. We're going to attempt to meditate once again. Maybe you come to lie down on the ground. Maybe you want to stand up.